Nike is one of the most recognized and reputable brands in the world. So it's no wonder the world reacted when the brand released a controversial ad featuring NFL free agent Colin Kaepernick.
So don't ask if your dreams are crazy. Ask if they're crazy enough.
But it's not the first time Nike waded into controversial territory with its ads. Here's how Nike learned from its past to turn an emotional national conversation into dollars. Kaepernick is known for sparking a movement within the NFL after he took a knee during the national anthem at a 2016 game to protest oppression and police brutality in America.
I'll continue to sit. I'm going to continue to stand with the people that are being oppressed.
And of course, President Trump weighed in.
To say, get that son of a off the field right now, out, he's fired. He's fired!
At one point in 2017, more than 200 NFL players knelt, sat, or raised their fists during the anthem. Kaepernick opted out of his contract with the San Francisco 49ers in 2017. But since becoming a free agent, Kaepernick has not been signed by another team. He claims that the NFL owners colluded against him to ruin his career. He's been since working as an activist, reportedly donating over $1 million to charity. The internet went into an uproar when Kaepernick posted a Nike ad on Twitter with the words, "Believe in something, even if it means sacrificing everything." People who were strongly against Kaepernick announced their intentions to boycott the brand on social media. By the next day, shares of Nike stock dropped roughly 3.2%. President Trump tweeted his dismay for the marketing campaign, stating, "Nike is getting absolutely killed with anger and boycotts." And later, what was Nike thinking? While it seemed like Nike's campaign could have destroyed its brand, it ended up working in its favor, at least in the short run. In the days after the ad launched, the company's online sales jumped more than 25% before coming back down to earth. That's because advocates of Kaepernick and Nike's message banded together to buy more Nike gear. Supporters like Nick Cannon use their money and platform to purchase Nike gear and give it to the homeless. This isn't the first time Nike made a social statement in an ad. The brand has historically taken a stand on issues, and it's almost always resulted in a rise in sales. In July 1988, it released its first Just Do It campaign when it addressed ageism featuring octogenarian Walter Scott. The campaign completely transformed Nike's revenue, increasing from $877 million in fiscal year 1987 to $1.2 billion in 1988. Profits almost tripled from the year before, and then were up another 139% by 1990. In 1993, the company aired a commercial starring Charles Barkley.
"I am not a role model. I'm not paid to be a role model."
This sparked controversy about whether celebrities should be held at a higher standard, and contrasted with the squeaky clean image of Nike's biggest star, Michael Jordan. That fiscal year, revenue increased by 15.4%. In August 1995, Nike released its "If You Let Me Play" ad, which supported women in sports and brought up the issue of gender equality.
If you let me play sports,
I will be more likely to leave a man who beats me.
Earlier that year in February, Nike featured openly gay, HIV-positive runner Rick Munoz in its Just Do It campaign. International sales rose 36% in fiscal year 1996. Of course, commercials aren't the only thing to drive sales, but they help cement the Nike brand at the center of sports and society. In December 2007, Nike touched on disabilities.
I'd love to really, but I can't. I just can't.
Featuring Paralympic medalist Matt Scott of the U.S. Men's Wheelchair Basketball Association. Revenue grew 14% in fiscal 2008 year to $18.6 billion. Revenue dipped slightly in 2010, but 2012 brought another surge when Nike again touched on gender equality with its Voices campaign.
people aren't used to women being so passionate. It scares them.
Revenue rose by $3.2 billion in 2012 over the previous year. Since then, revenue has been on a consistent upward climb, while the company continues to raise social awareness with ads like "What Will This Say About You?", "Find Your Greatness," and equality. It's also important to note that Nike was under heat for various controversial ads that had little to do with social justice. In April 2010, the brand released a commercial featuring Tiger Woods with the voiceover of his late father. This was amid reports of his extramarital affairs. The company also continued to stand by Kobe Bryant in this 2006 campaign through his sexual assault case and settlement. The criminal charges were ultimately dropped. This is not to say Nike doesn't cut ties with anyone. The sports brand dropped its endorsement deal with boxer Manny Pacquiao after making homophobic comments. Baltimore Ravens Ray Rice, Adrian Peterson, and Lance Armstrong also famously lost their deals. So what was Nike thinking? While most big brands try to avoid controversy and huge risk, Nike embraces it. Despite the negative feedback these ads may receive, Nike might not be sacrificing much.